Hello, I'm here to study GTW, and let's start by a technical analysis. This is the all history chart. The stock has a big bull market here. It went as high as $82 or something like that in early 2000, and then it came off to below 2, and it's really near the lows. It's all-time lows. Let's check the short-term chart, but this short-term chart looks really appealing. This is an ascending triangle formation. Here the 50 days moving average crossed above the 200 days, and the stock just broke out of the technical formation, and this short-term chart is really bullish. Okay, technical overview. GTW short-term chart looks awesome with a golden cross and an ascending triangle pattern breakout. Okay, fundamental analysis now. This is the number of shares outstanding, and curiously enough, that big collapse in the share price wasn't due to heavy dilution, which is a positive and surprisingly development. The average annual share count increase was just 1.7% since 97, and the market cap declined almost 15% a year on average. Now GTW is a 873 million market cap company. As for the balance sheet, well, the company now has 300 million in long-term debt, and the current ratio is 1.19, which is low. I like to see it above 2, but a bit better than what it was in 2005, just a bit. The company paid down some debt. Moving on. As for revenues, well, they were almost they were 9.25 billion here in 2000, and in 06 we got 3.981 billion, which is better than what it was in 05, 04 and 03. So revenues are expanding a bit here, and the analysts are looking for 4.13 billion in 07. Average annual revenue growth for GTW since 97 was a decline of 4%, and the industry grew 24% since 05. Gross margin for GTW was 7% in 06, but I've seen over the last quarter was 5% or so, really low, and the industry average is 30%. That probably explains why the price to sales ratio for GTW is just 0.22, and for the industry it is 1.18, so really low gross margin. As for earnings per share, what I have here is the company was profitable in 97, 98 and 99, where it had 1.32 earnings per share, but then huge losses here in 01, 02, 03 and 04, and now really slim profits of 3 cents in 2006. Analysts are expecting 10 cents for 07, which puts the forward earnings multiple at 24 compared to the industry average at 32. Net profit margin is expected to be 0.9% for 07 and 1.12% for 08, which is very slim. Fundamental overview. The cause for GTW collapse wasn't dilution, as with other tech stocks. Balance sheet is weak, but improving a bit in 2006. Revenues are going up since 2003, about 5.4% a year on average. Analysts are expecting 10 cents earnings per share for 07 and 13 for 08. It all depends on net profit margin. Yes, if the company could expand the net profit margin to 4 or 5%, it would be great, but gross margin is just about 5%, so really hard. Long-term estimates. I consider GTW will grow revenues at a 5% average annual rate for the next 10 years. It has been the average for the past 4 years or so, and we'll have a 3% net profit margin over the long term. So we have now about 1%. If it could grow to 3%, perhaps I'm a bit optimistic here, or maybe some of you would think I'm pessimistic, but I think 3% looks reasonable with the data we got now. given this, in 2017 GTW will have revenues of 6.73 billion, a net income of 202 million. Apply an average 16 times earnings multiple and get a 3.23 billion market cap, and that implies an average annual rate of increase for the share price of 14.7%. General overview for GTW. The chart says GTW's fundamentals will probably improve going forward. It's the magnitude of their improvement that is in question here. Perhaps revenues can grow more than 5% a year and net profit margin can expand to more than 3%, and that would change long-term estimates a lot. But with the numbers I got now, this is my expectation, and that leads to a 14.7% average annual return for my investment. I'm looking for at least 16%, and if it could be more than 20%, much better. It would allow room for some disappointments going forward. And but GTW, I guess it is priced for a bright future, and we don't know if that will happen, because those gross margins and net profit margins are really low. And so my rating on a 1 to 10 scale is 7, mostly due to technical analysis, because we can be surprised. The market is saying fundamentals are improving. I'll keep GTW under a close watch to see if I get surprised and the company is able either to grow revenues more than 5% or to expand net profit margin to a 3% plus. But for now it's a 7. Thank you. Bye.